There's a reason why the loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful. Real power doesn't need to announce itself. Real confidence doesn't scream. It doesn't dance for attention. It doesn't try to convince you of anything. It simply exists, solid, still, unbothered. It walks into the room and you feel it. No need for noise. No need for show. No need for validation. And here's the truth no one ever told you. Confidence isn't loud, it's quiet. It's silent. It's calm. But it's dangerous. It's not the guy flexing his wealth. It's the one who could ruin you without ever raising his voice. It's not the girl with 100,000 followers. It's the one who knows her worth even if the world never applauds her. Most people misunderstand confidence entirely. They think it's a personality. They think it's for the outgoing, the fearless, the socially dominant. But confidence, true confidence, is not a personality trait. It is a survival skill. And it's one you must build if you ever want to stop living life on your knees. Because if you don't build it, someone else's confidence will control your life. Your boss, your partner, your peers, the algorithm, the influencers, the mob, the loud ones. They will lead and you will follow. They will dominate and you will obey. You will feel their strength and shrink every time. And here's the scariest part, you won't even know it's happening. You'll just start agreeing, nodding, laughing when you don't want to, apologizing for things you didn't do, staying quiet when your voice matters, dimming your light just to make others comfortable, living a half-life because your confidence never showed up to live the full one. Now ask yourself, how long do you plan on living like that? How long do you plan on letting fear decide your future? Let's be honest, you're not here watching this for fun. You're here because something inside of you is tired. Tired of being overlooked, tired of pretending, tired of playing small. You're here because deep down, a part of you is angry. And that anger is right. That anger is pure. That anger is the voice of your potential screaming at you to wake up. But most people never answer that call. They numb it, distract it, scroll it away. And in doing so, they kill the very fire that was meant to build their life. Before we proceed, let me make this very clear. This message is not for everyone. This is for the ones who are ready to become dangerous, not violent but powerful. The ones who are done being ignored, done being used, done being scared to speak, scared to try, scared to be seen. The ones who are done asking for permission to exist. If that's you, then don't just sit there like a ghost in your own life. Subscribe now. Yes, now, not later. Because if this message hits you, then there's no excuse. The ones who hesitate are the ones who stay broken. If you can watch this and not subscribe, maybe you're not ready. And if you're not subscribing, go to the comments and explain why. Why would someone tired of being weak still choose to stay weak? Let's continue. Confidence, real confidence, is not built in the mirror. It's built in the moment. The moment you feel fear and act anyway. The moment you risk being seen and still speak. The moment you feel like running and decide to stay. It is not something you chant in affirmations. It is something you prove through action. Not once, not twice, but again and again until your brain no longer sees discomfort as a threat. You don't wait to feel confident. You move. And in that movement you gain proof. That proof creates belief. And that belief? That becomes the foundation for the confidence you've been chasing your whole life. Let me say this clearly, confidence is earned. You do not deserve it just because you want it. You deserve it when you do the work that fear told you not to do. That means failing in public. That means looking stupid. That means stumbling over your words, sweating in silence, facing rejection, falling, and standing back up with blood on your face and fire in your eyes. Most will never do that. They'll talk about growth. They'll wear the clothes, read the books, post the quotes. But when life asks them to prove it, they fold. And if you're watching this just to feel motivated without ever taking action, then you're wasting time. Worse, you are building the habit of getting inspired without transforming. That's spiritual laziness. And it's deadly. You want confidence? Then start showing up where you're scared to be seen. Because every time you act, you step into the confidence loop. Here's what that loop looks like. You take action, even if it's messy. That action creates evidence. That evidence fuels belief. That belief makes the next action easier. And the cycle continues. It's simple. But most people never get past step one because they wait to feel ready. You will never feel ready. Let that sink in. Waiting for confidence is like waiting for a fire before you strike the match. It doesn't make sense. Confidence is not the starting point. It's the result. So take the shot. Start the project. Post the idea. Walk into the room. Face the silence. Feel the fear. And do it anyway. And if you still need a push, ask yourself this: What will your life look like a year from now if you do nothing? Imagine that. Same habits, same fears, same comfort zone, same pain. That's the price of waiting. That's the cost of hesitation. And you'll pay it in regret. If that doesn't scare you, it should. Because here's what most people don't understand. The pain of action is temporary. The pain of inaction follows you, quietly, always. It lives in the back of your mind. It's the voice that says, you could have been more. It's the feeling in your chest when someone else lives the life you wanted. It's the mirror you avoid because it reminds you of everything you ran from. Subscribe now if you're ready to kill that version of yourself. If you're done running. If you want to become someone your future self is proud of, not ashamed of. However, if you're not subscribing, please let me know why in the comments. Don't hide. Own your fear. Or better, face it. Let's talk about the quiet ones. Something is terrifying about someone who doesn't speak much but commands attention the moment they do. That kind of presence doesn't come from noise, it comes from inner certainty. They know who they are. They know what they've done. They know what they're capable of. And they don't need to convince you. Why? Because their work already speaks for them. Their discipline speaks. Their control speaks. Their ability to stay calm in chaos speaks. Their silence is a scream of dominance. You want to be that person? Then stop needing people to clap for you. Start building yourself in the dark. Let them underestimate you. Let them talk. You're not here to explain. You're here to execute. And here's a hard truth. As long as your confidence depends on what other people think, you will never have any. The second you give someone the power to define your worth, you lose control of your life. Stop performing. Stop apologizing for existing. Stop making yourself smaller to make others comfortable. That's not kindness. That's self-abandonment. Your job isn't to be liked. It's to be respected. And respect doesn't come from being agreeable. It comes from being solid. People respect power. Not fake power. Not flexes. Not followers. But real inner strength. And the path to that strength is paved with discomfort. You have to choose the harder road every day. The road that tests you. That scares you. That exposes you because that's the road that transforms you. If this happens to you, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button before your comfort kills your future. And if you won't, at least dare to write why in the comments. What's stopping you? What excuse are you hiding behind? Face it. Now, remember, this confidence is not about getting everything right. It's about trusting that no matter what happens, you'll handle it. That no failure will break you. That no rejection will stop you. That no judgment will silence you. Because you've faced worse and survived. Because you've built yourself through storms. Because your confidence isn't a mask. It's your armor. You don't need to say much when you know you can endure anything. That is real confidence. And it's waiting for you. So move. Speak. Build. Fall. Rise. And become the version of yourself that makes your past self look like a whisper. Become the silence that shatters doubt. The calm that threatens chaos. The power that doesn't need a spotlight. And if you feel this deep in your soul, subscribe now. Because this isn't just a video, it's your turning point. Or it's another chance wasted. You choose. Now go.